The stranger who knew her name. 6 years ago, Maya Carter lost a part of her memory. She remembered her childhood. She remembered her mother. She remembered the life she had built. But there was one night she couldn't remember. The night everything changed. She had always been told it was an accident. A tragic accident near a lake. A boy named Daniel had died, and Maya had survived. But one rainy night, a stranger appeared in front of her apartment. He looked at her for several seconds before quietly saying, "Maya." She froze. She had never seen him before. "How do you know my name?" The stranger looked at her with an expression she couldn't understand. "Because someone promised me I would find you." Then he walked away. The next morning, Maya went to see her mother. She showed her the photograph the stranger had left behind. It showed Maya as an 8-year-old girl standing beside a boy near a lake. Her mother's face immediately went pale. "Where did you get this?" "Someone left it at my apartment." Her mother stared at the photograph. Then she whispered, "His name was Daniel." Maya felt something inside her shift. A distant memory suddenly appeared. A boy laughing, a red bicycle, the lake, and a voice calling her name. "Maya, wait." She closed her eyes. "Who was he?" Her mother hesitated. "He was your best friend." Maya looked at her. "What happened to him?" Her mother's eyes filled with tears. "He died the night you disappeared." Maya couldn't understand. "Why don't I remember?" "Because you were injured." "Then tell me what happened." Her mother looked away. "You were too young. I deserve to know." After a long silence, her mother finally spoke. 6 years ago, you and Daniel went to the lake. Something happened. You were found unconscious. Daniel was gone." "Gone? We thought he was dead." Maya stared at her. "You thought?" Her mother didn't answer. That word stayed in Maya's mind. Asterisk, asterisk, thought. Asterisk, asterisk. That evening, when Maya returned home, the stranger was waiting outside her building. She immediately recognized him. "You." He looked nervous. "You remembered. Who are you?" "My name is Ethan. Do you know Daniel?" Ethan looked at the ground. "He was my brother." Maya's heart stopped. "Your brother?" Ethan nodded. "Daniel spent the last months of his life trying to find you." Maya stared at him. "What do you mean?" Ethan reached into his coat and handed her an envelope. "Read this." Maya opened it. The handwriting was old, but somehow familiar. Asterisk, asterisk, Maya, if you're reading this, something went wrong. Her hands began to shake. She read the next line. Asterisk, asterisk, they told me you wouldn't remember me. Maya looked at Ethan. "Where is he?" Ethan didn't answer. "Where is Daniel?" Finally, he whispered, "He's gone." Maya's eyes filled with tears. "When?" "6 years ago." She stared at him. "You said he spent the last months of his life trying to find me." "Yes." "Then why didn't he?" "Because someone stopped him." Maya's expression changed. "Who?" Ethan looked around. "Not here." He handed her a small key. "Tomorrow. 8 o'clock. Old train station." Then he walked away. The next evening, Maya arrived at the abandoned station. Ethan was waiting. He led her toward an old row of lockers. Number 27. Maya inserted the key. The locker opened. Inside was a metal box. She lifted it out. Inside were dozens of letters. Every one of them was addressed to her. Maya opened the first. Asterisk, asterisk, Maya, asterisk, 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 if you're reading this, something went wrong. Buttera. She opened another. Asterisk, asterisk, I know you don't remember everything. Mime this. Asterisk, asterisk, but I need you to trust me. Maya's eyes filled with tears. Why did he write all these? Ethan answered quietly. Because he knew he might not survive. Maya looked at him. What happened? Ethan took a deep breath. Daniel discovered something. What? Someone was secretly buying land around the lake. They were using fake companies and illegal payments. Maya stared at him. And Daniel found out? He collected evidence. Ethan pulled out a flash drive. He was going to expose them. Who was behind it? Ethan looked at her. Your father. Maya froze. My father? Ethan nodded. At first, Daniel believed your father was part of it. Maya shook her head. That can't be true. I know. Then why are you telling me this? Because that's only half the story. Ethan handed her another document. Your father wasn't the mastermind. Maya looked at the papers. He was investigating them too. She looked up. Then who? Ethan said one name. Richard Vale. Maya knew that name. Everyone in the city did. Richard Vale was one of the richest businessmen in the region. He owned hotels, restaurants, construction companies, and half the land around the lake. Maya whispered, "What did he do?" Daniel found evidence that Richard was bribing officials to take control of the land. And my father. Your father found out. Maya looked at the photograph again. Then why was Daniel afraid? Because Richard found out Daniel had the evidence. Ethan's voice became quieter. The night Daniel disappeared, someone followed him to the lake. Maya suddenly felt dizzy. The lake. Something about it. She had seen it before, not in a photograph, in her memory. She closed her eyes. A flash, Daniel running, rain, headlights, a car, Daniel shouting, "Maya, run!" She opened her eyes. I remember. Ethan stepped closer. What? The lake. What happened? I don't know. Try. Maya closed her eyes again. Another memory appeared. Daniel was holding a small metal box. He pushed it into her hands. Maya, listen to me. Young Maya was crying. What is it? Something important. What should I do? If anything happens to me, hide it. Where? Daniel pointed toward an old wooden bridge. Under the bridge. The memory disappeared. Maya opened her eyes. The bridge. Ethan immediately understood. They drove to the lake that night. The old wooden bridge was almost destroyed. Maya walked beneath it. She searched between the rocks. Nothing. Then she noticed a loose stone. She moved it. There was a small metal box underneath. Ethan stared at it. That must be it. Inside was a flash drive. They took it back to the car. Ethan opened the files. There were bank records, photographs, secret contracts, names of politicians, payments, and finally, a video. Daniel appeared on the screen. He looked exhausted. His face was bruised, but he was alive. Maya covered her mouth. Daniel looked directly into the camera. If you're watching this, I probably didn't make it. He paused. I need you to know something. I never blamed you. Maya's eyes filled with tears. You forgot that night because you were hurt. Daniel continued. But maybe forgetting was the only way you could survive it. The video suddenly ended. Maya stared at the screen. Ethan. Ethan didn't speak. Then Maya noticed another file. It was labeled *** or Maya. Open last ***. She clicked it. Daniel appeared again. This time he smiled. Maya. She started crying. If you're watching this, you're probably angry. He laughed softly. You always hated being left out of the truth. Maya smiled through her tears. I wanted to tell you everything. Daniel's expression became serious, but I couldn't. Because the person responsible isn't who you think. Maya froze. Daniel continued. Your father wasn't my enemy. He tried to protect me. He tried to protect you. Maya stared at the screen. Richard Vale is the man you need to fear. The video ended. Silence filled the car. Then Ethan spoke. There is one more thing. Maya looked at him. What? Ethan reached into his pocket. He pulled out an old newspaper clipping. The headline read, ***, businessmen cleared in lake development investigation, ***. Maya looked at the photograph beneath it. Her father, Daniel, and Richard Vale, standing together. But something was wrong. Maya pointed to the date. This was taken one day before Daniel disappeared. Ethan nodded. That night, your father tried to help Daniel escape. What happened? The car crashed. Maya remembered the headlights, the rain, Daniel shouting, her father running toward them, then darkness. Ethan looked at her. You were unconscious for 2 days. And Daniel? Ethan looked away. He survived the crash. Maya's eyes widened. What? He was alive. Then why did everyone say he died that night? Because Richard Vale wanted everyone to believe it. Maya's voice trembled. Where did Daniel go? Ethan took a deep breath. He was taken to a private clinic. By who? Your father. Maya stared at him. My father saved him? Yes. Then what happened? Daniel survived for 3 months. Maya couldn't speak. He knew he wouldn't live much longer. Ethan handed her one final envelope. He asked me to find you after he was gone. Maya slowly opened it. Inside was a handwritten letter. Maya, Emping Maya, I'm already gone. Bamman, New Brainstem, Ulfmoinment, not because I left you. Thengding, say, because I couldn't stay. Thengding, please don't spend your life looking backward. Thengding, you have to keep living. Thengding, you have to laugh again. Thengding, and if you ever meet my brother, don't be afraid of him. He'll protect you. Maya stopped reading. She looked at Ethan. Why did he say that? Ethan smiled sadly. Because he knew me. Maya wiped her tears. Did he tell you anything else? Ethan nodded. He told me something I've never forgotten. What? He said, Maya will forget my face, but she will never forget how I made her feel. Maya looked toward the lake. For the first time in 6 years, she remembered. Not everything, just enough. The laughter, the friendship, the promise, the love, and the night she lost him. Months later, the evidence from Daniel's files was released. Richard Vale was arrested. The illegal land deals were exposed. The lake was protected. And Maya finally learned the truth about the night she had spent 6 years trying to remember. But there was still one question. Why had Ethan waited so long to find her? One evening, Maya asked him. They were sitting beside the lake. Why did you wait 6 years? Ethan looked at the water. Because Daniel made me promise. What promise? That I wouldn't come into your life until you were ready. Maya smiled sadly. He really knew me. He knew you better than anyone. They sat quietly. Then Maya noticed something beneath the bench. A small wooden box. She picked it up. Inside was one final photograph. Maya and Daniel as children. On the back were 5 words. You promised you'd remember me. Maya smiled through her tears. She finally understood. The stranger who knew her name was never really a stranger. He was the brother of the boy who had loved her enough to disappear from her memory and still find a way to protect her. Maya looked at the lake. The wind moved gently across the water. For one brief moment, she imagined Daniel standing there, smiling. Then she whispered, I remember. And for the first time, she didn't cry, she smiled. Because some people leave your life, but the love they leave behind can stay forever. ***, the end. ***.